All right. Well, I'm stupid because I just recorded 15 minutes of me yapping about the game, and I didn't have my mic set up correctly, so there's no audio, which is awesome. But I guess I'll just reset the video and talk about how to win more in solo queue. So a couple of these games are a little bit older. This one in particular is against Toto, and it's just like a very active frontline game. But I guess I'll start from the beginning, where I was saying that I was kind of struggling with the game because I think the game balance is a bit out of whack. I don't think it's terrible, but I do think the developers could definitely be doing more and being a little bit more intelligent and having more frequent patches, and also just nerfing the things that are obviously a bit busted, such as the 52 gallon, because, well, it's obviously broken. It's not like, just the meta at the moment is very strange and very centered around 52 in solo queue, I think. Luckily, there aren't a lot of good 52 players. I think that is so nice, because if there were more good 52 players, the game would be so bad. But anyway, even though there aren't that many good 52 players, it's a weapon that's so strong that basically a mid-tier player could pick it up and still be harder to fight than a really good player on a weaker weapon. Maybe they won't, I mean, they definitely won't win as much. The gun has its weaknesses with, like, you know, no, like, not a crazy special and everything, but like, just in terms of raw fighting power, it's pretty lame, pretty stupid, and obviously incredibly broken. Just like S-Blast was, and it's very easy to know this stuff is going to be broken ahead of time, because also, how do I not see that beacon? But it's very easy to know that the game is going to be broken ahead of time, because you're looking at a situation where every gun has a ton of the same, like stat lines, basically, and then, like, a unique trait. So it's not that to know what's going to be broken. Like, S-Blast was obviously broken, and I was telling my friends, I was like, dude, as soon as Lobster starts playing S-Blast, he's going to start winning everything again, because he was trying to force Range Blaster. And what do you know, that's exactly what happened for like a year straight, and that gun was broken for a really long time, and it's just crazy. And now they've basically made such big changes to the game with the hitbox changes. And also, I think one that's underrated is the stealth jump changes. And they've basically made like these like full swim speed builds, you know, on these super kill guns like 52, really strong. But the weird thing is they've nerfed Blaster, they've nerfed Dynamo, they've done patches, but they don't do it consistently enough, basically. And I think that's a real shame, because they clearly have a competitive incentive to, you know, make the game better, and they've done that in a lot of ways, but there's definitely more they could be doing, and I'm really surprised they don't have a more in-tune developer team to keep up with the balance in particular, because, well, frankly, I've known tons of this stuff was going to be broken ahead of time, and I'm sure there are other top level players, especially in Japan, where, you know, they're actually developing this game, that know that. And it doesn't take more than a couple guys and, you know, some oversight from, you know, head people in the Splatoon division or whatever to, like, actually make those changes happen and make the game much more fun for everybody. So then we'll just go into the next topic, which is basically like, how does this interact with at least me and my ability to enjoy the game? Is, well, for like 2 weeks I was just struggling, because I was like, well, dualies feel kind of bad to play, because of like the 52 spam and all this stuff. And I think part of it, that was me not really learning and figuring things out enough and like really thinking about it. And honestly, a huge part of it was me just complaining and just having a negative mindset, and that was just causing me to play random weapons and lose and like not pay enough attention to my mistakes and what I can actually control. Because, yeah, I was just pissed off the 52 is broken. honestly. I was just like, yeah, this is stupid, and the developers are clearly trolling and doing a bad job at their job, which is true. To be blunt, it's just a fact. And there are other things like that in the game, but it was negatively impacting me to complain. So I kind of had this big revelation when I was helping a friend. He asked for a little bit of coaching. I was like, yeah, sure. And that guy just blows up in DCs. But I was just like, you know what? Like, there are so many things I could be learning in my game, even if my weapons aren't the best. And in solo queue, like, which is where I've always enjoyed the game most, that's totally fine. You know, I don't need to be playing the best weapon to get pretty high in the ranks in solo queue. And also seeing Kataji, for example, I'll probably do a video on him right after this. And he's actually, I mean, he kind of gave up on tower control. He was consistent 4K month after month, and this season, no, he didn't get 4K. He got like 3,500. He got stumped. TC is obviously like a very inconsistent mode in the current meta because it's so comp dependent. And I think that's part of the problem with the game is the balance is like sometimes you just lose because some weapons are worse than others objectively and the balance is bad. But point being, you can still do really well. You know, he switched to zones. He started getting a ton of points really quickly. Went from 3K to 3,350 in like 2 rotations. So like 4 hours total, which is crazy fast XP game. Like he's just got a great win rate. And I just took that to heart. Like, you know, if these top Japanese guys can do it, why can't I? Like, why can't I just mentally reset and win more games? And then today, and I played 3 games yesterday and like 8 games today, and I haven't lost. I haven't lost 1 game out of those 11 games. And I was like, well, that's a pretty good win streak. That's much better than I really have done in a long time. And I just had to shut up and focus on the gameplay and focus on what's in my control. And obviously get a little bit lucky with, you know, having good teammates and nobody super trolling the game. But I'm just going to go back to it and just go back to playing dualies instead of playing rollers, which I don't play and are completely unlike anything I've played before. And just stick to my guns, to what do I enjoy, and just try to enjoy the game. You know, despite having gripes with it and having issues with the balance. But yeah, I think like just not complaining and just focusing and all that like actually worked. It was massive and it made it more fun for me too. If I catch myself complaining about, you know, a weapon being unbalanced or you know, maybe a teammate doing something stupid, well, I just shut up because I'm doing stupid stuff too. I'm definitely not playing perfectly. At the beginning of this game, my first and I think only death of this game, I literally just walked forward into a splash and just died for literally no reason. So yeah, it's all about the focus and like maintaining that consistency and playing well. Like, I mean, I could look at a bunch of these games and say like not all of these games were great in this win streak, but a lot of them I was just playing very consistently and just kind of like using my brain and not letting the enemy team get a big advantage and making sure that I wasn't making any stupid mistakes and oftentimes probably keeping my team in the game. Or just potentially not even giving the enemy team a chance. And that worked. It worked great. What else can I get at? I mean, I guess I could just talk about this game. So I see we have kind of like a heavy backline comp, so it really matters who wins the start. And I feel like I could take an advantageous like frontline position here and like potentially get a kill, and if not, just roll away. So I was like basically planning I'm gonna roll away, but because they're on the Great, it was a free kill. And the enemy team is now like so far back, like didn't take very good positions at the beginning of the game. We have cooler, we have full topside control, 30 seconds in the game. And then, you know, they're 2 down, I can just snowball. And then I'm like, oh, I can go flank this other guy, he dies, right? And then I'm also going to get my crab. I can just continue to snowball this game. Like, I'm just trying to play intelligently. I really want to get my crab. I want to kill the pen, but I don't expect him to swim forward because I just wasn't paying attention to the cooler. So he gets the cooler kind of for free, and this crab was not that good. I mean, it stalls them and everything, but, you know, they're all going down the ramp. Like, I can just go flank this pen. Like, their whole street's painted. I'm going to force this jump out. And I was pretty sure this was a blue dapple, so I probably shouldn't roll at him. But, like, I am stalling their whole team really hard. I have double backline top. I have good teammates. And it's just like a super easy free win because I just played smart. I know a lot of people probably want analysis that's deeper than that, but if you're a high-level player, you probably understand there's not that much to talk about. And if you're a low-level player and you want deeper analysis, you probably wouldn't understand a lot of the nuances that I am talking about or would be talking about. So I think that's kind of a weird thing with analysis in this game right now because a lot of it is just fighting, taking good angles, moving around well. And I think there are a lot of like small things you can kind of break down, but it's hard. I think it's hard to talk about those things and actually get a message through and not break the game down second by second and spend all day doing it. I think it's honestly a lot better of an idea to just talk about the overarching themes of what I'm doing and what I'm thinking, because respectfully, most of it just doesn't matter, or, you know, we'll go over people's heads, or doesn't apply to their weapon, doesn't apply to this mode, doesn't apply to the setting that they're playing in. Like this, I just walk into the leader and die. Like, I should be looking for the leader and not getting shot. So right here, I just know I can get that guy. I was pretty sure I was pretty sure I could move and at least be hard to hit and get that kill for free and not die the leader. But then I stupidly walk in front of the leader again. It's like I'm just peeking. The simple thing to say, the deep analysis that somebody might be looking for is, yeah, I shouldn't walk in the open when the leader's looking at me. Like, I need to pay more attention to where this guy is. Don't walk in the open. Like, it's a shooter game. You know, that gun shoots in a big straight line. Also, I don't know if that's Negora or not. It might be, it might not be. But like here, you know, my teammates are doing a great job. I want to be, you know, putting a little bit of pressure on with some bombs, and then, you know, I want to crab on this checkpoint because I want to get this checkpoint guaranteed and then allow my teammates to get specials. And their edit gets crab at the exact same time, but I'm shooting earlier. I don't know where this roller came from. I think probably someone could have sat closer, but we have, like, you know, guns that probably don't want to do that besides the carbon, and the carbon was just somewhere else. But I'm coolered and it's fine. Now I want, you know, I want to get in, I want to continue to put pressure, but there's no way I'm walking through this checkpoint with them sitting there. So I was just trying to throw bombs and be, you know, playing around, holding them in the choke point, but I definitely mess it up. Now, oh, I should have re-rolled again. If I rolled one more time to the left, I actually might have been able to juke the roller shot and the leader shot. So, you know, deep analysis there. Roll again as a dually. Like, it's not, you know, nothing crazy, right? Here, I want to put some pressure on. I do want to walk in here. I place a bomb there to pressure on the roller, but my teammate kills him anyway. Like, my teammates are doing a very good job. And here I crab, but then the exact timing of my crab, and the exact timing of their Kraken meet up, so the Kraken's just kind of like, I don't know, we kind of cancel each other out. And like, once again, like, I'm just fighting because I have cooler. I'm fighting, I could probably move around a little bit better. Like, this game is definitely not the cleanest. I know this guy is camping my jump, I see him, and my problem is that I roll backwards kind of in a straight line, whereas if I rolled like diagonally to the back right from this POV and then back in, honestly, I'd probably do a lot better, right? We have a bunch of the checks, it's 2 minutes in. I don't want to walk into the roller. I'm waiting for my teammates to do something. There's a crack and my teammate gets a great kill because we just have a dynamo that can kill everything. We have a leader that insta-kills. We have a carbon that insta-kills. We have so many insta-kill guns. Like, really what I'm trying to do is maintain pressure with paint and also just keeping the backliners on the enemy team in a more difficult position. Like, thankfully the roller misses. I want to put pressure on. I go up here. I see the edit's watching me, so I don't really want any of that smoke. Now I'm like in a position where I can't jump. And then, you know, I kill the edit and it's a roller 1v1. But you know, he's trading his teammate. then my dynamo kills him over the ledge. So basically our whole team is doing a great job, and I don't think I've definitely died more than I would like to this game, but like we're maintaining control and maintaining pressure, and because we have cooler, honestly it's not too bad. I know the roller's gonna come around the ledge, and I pre-fire him, and luckily he's just right there. I want to help my charger because I don't want my charger to be put under pressure. I don't want the game to get messy. So I kill the blaster, then I'm killing edit while I have a timing. Luckily my teammate kills the roller behind, and then, you know, the leader gets greedy trying to get a shot. I punish him. So I go to grab the cooler. Now, I know that I want to put pressure on, but I don't really want to, like, commit very hard to the side because, like, we're already in a pretty substantial lead. Like, I never want to have an opportunity where I'm just giving up map control. So I'm just going to be very patient with my push. I'm not going to be over top and give even a chance for the leader to kill me. I'm just going to, you know, sit back, wait for the opportunity, kill the guy, the blaster in the back, and move on, right? And it's like my whole team did really well. Like, they did great. But it's just the consistency. Like, I never made a game-losing play. I definitely had some deaths that were completely unnecessary, but my teammates did a great job of maintaining control, and I was just doing the correct thing. I was just helping out. What game should we watch now? You know what? This is a pretty interesting one. So I don't think this game was great by any means, but it's against Mashu, who's like probably one of the best duelie players in the game. Not Splat duelies, but he's the best Tetra, and he's been playing Blue Dapples. And this game was kind of difficult because we have no cooler, and they have cooler, and we have a Luna, and Luna's not that bad, but the vanilla Luna is pretty garbage. Like, Zipcaster on Luna is just not that good compared to the Hammer. Like, obviously Hammer's a lot better. This beginning is a little sketchy, so I'm just playing off my teammates backing, but they get shut down completely, and I kind of get greedy shooting the, you know, trying to get on tower with the crab, and it just doesn't work out. Especially with the all my teammates dead, and I'm getting flanked. I just try to trade the rapid because I'm like, well, I'm gonna die pretty soon here. I don't want to stagger my death too much. Maybe I should live a little bit longer. I don't really know, but it doesn't really matter that much. And then I'm trying to get in to like force them to use their shit. But we just don't have the weapons. Like, we don't even have like a long range blaster that could like kill all those guys on that stack. Like, it's just not really that good of a move. But I'm not really worried because, well, one, the game is not over, so I shouldn't stress. That's a huge thing. I shouldn't stress because the game's not over. Also, they haven't even gotten this last check. So I see this jump, I know it's the zap. It's taking so long to land, my god. But, and then I know the Rapid's gonna watch me if I do this. I'm just kind of baiting him to look at me. I'm kind of throwing bombs, hoping to kill a jump landing. And I'm gonna put this crowd out on the side to get some pressure, because I'm just wide swinging. I know it's gonna be pretty easy for my teammates to clean up some kills, or at least push these guys back. And I'm sharking on this pillow. I see this guy down here. Gonna kill this guy. And now we're maintaining, you know, a pretty good push. Like, momentum can swing pretty quickly in this game, so you need to maintain calm, make sure you're not making any bad plays. You know, we get 2 kills here. I really probably should have rolled to the left, perhaps, so I could still get this kill but live, because it would be really nice to have my crab right now. But like, by the time that I get back because of this, like, there's already a double my jump. Like, my guy uses back really late. This guy's gonna die for sure, yeah. My teammates didn't do a great job of like maintaining that front pressure, but I also died early, so it was like, well, I wasn't alive with my crab doing something, so I can't really blame them too much. But on the good hand, like, the game is pretty close. It's in a lot of ways even. Yes, they have the lead, but this is a very snowbally map. We only need to get 1 push, and we already have all the checkpoints necessary to where we can just push and get the lead. And there's still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Like, I'm not worried. I'm not like, oh man, we lost. I can't believe my teammates messed that up. Because if I have that mentality, which I've had before, it's just going to be terrible. Now, the hard part about this game is that they severely outrange us. They have a rapid, they have cooler. They're going to maintain a lot of pressure, and it's going to be really annoying. They also have a bucket, so they have a great defense, relatively, in this game. And I want to walk out, but look how blue this stage is. I mean, I don't want to walk out. I can't walk out. I will just blow up like all my teammates, and we don't have any good specials that are really good at forcing us either. So I just have to play defensive. I have to keep painting. I have to keep throwing sections. You know, the time is going down, and I realize that at this point in the game, I'm thinking, the game state's getting worse and worse over time because we're just running out of time, simply put. And this rapid can just poke us. So I want to go with this vac. I'm kind of looking around, kind of painting. I'm not really trying to like super hard commit. But we're getting some space here. We get a kill in the rapid, but he was coolered. I'm looking around, kind of trying to see what's happening. Because we have so much mid control, but we weren't using it. We kind of just, one guy zip casted deep, one guy died to something else. Like, it was a mess. It was a bad team fight from us. And honestly, from my perspective, maybe I could have gone deeper, but I don't think even if I went deeper, would it have gone any better. So the bucket hits a nice shot on me. Well, they're 2 down. Like, we're finally starting to get momentum. This is looking kind of decent. Like, we're starting to get regain mid control. We have a vac in the tower. I can jump to the tower and try to paint up a little bit and get my crab. And my teammate gets another nice kill. I'm just tanking this torp because I know there's no one near me. And now I'm trying to get this momentum going. So we're zipping, we're crabbing. Like, this is looking like pretty good. I know this guy has strikes, so I really want to go, but I don't want to not ride tower for any amount of time. This could have been a little bit cleaner if I painted my feet for just a second and then rolled. Then this huge vac because they're not looking. And like, look, this game wasn't clean by any means. It didn't feel good, but we won it. And that's all that matters. I'm rolling off because I'm just trying to live. Mashi rolls off the tower. And we win. But it was just all about maintaining, you know, some map control. But really, the bigger part was maintaining a good mentality about the game, understanding it's still winnable. Understanding all we need to do is get a little bit of momentum in this game, and we can just steamroll. And yes, the decisions, you know, the crab and the zip that we had to get some momentum, and then the vac, you know, like it was all like kind of a beautiful mess, but it worked out perfectly. But yeah, I think mentality is probably one of the most important things, because if you're keeping a good mentality, there's always something you can learn from the games. Like this game, I was very happy to see my team comp. I have a gal, I have a dynamo, I have a custom leader. Like I'm happy. I know what the win conditions are. I know that, you know, I can snowball the game by playing weird on the side, keeping paint, you know, harassing, and just playing like a pretty basic dueling game. Like, I don't need to do anything special. I think that's another thing people do is like they'll force plays. And sometimes, yeah, you kind of have to, but a lot of the times you don't. It makes a lot more sense to just play like a basic style, be consistent, get the kills you gotta get, and just win off that. So I'm just crabbing to like basically get some momentum. I want to stall out. I want to get this checkpoint for free because, well, we have all the utility that we need to. And I'm also like, because the enemy team is so far back, they even used their Kraken, they used their bubble, and they used their crab and all this stuff, and they didn't really get anything out of that. So I see this jump, probably a bit greedy to try to kill it, especially with the junior sitting there like I'm gonna die regardless, but I basically just got baited and ate that. They're in their court, try to take an angle on them, blow them up, but then there's just a leader on the tower. It's alright though, because I'm QR'd and I have special saver. Like, I actually maintain a lot of my, you know, position in the game, and also just that guy going for that kill, jumping out, everything. They kind of just lost the trades. So I'm just bombing key points for them to defend, and I know I'm just gonna crab. So I see the leader, I one-shot him. I see this guy. This is a nice crab flank, and I'm just snowballing the game. I know they're there. I want to cross, and then, you know, as soon as I go to cross, they all die. So I'm just like living here, trying to get out of here. I didn't expect the leader to go top left, but it does make a lot of sense for him to. And then I just hit a couple shots on the wall. Otherwise, I would have just killed this guy for free. But like, Man, all these games are pretty easy. They don't feel that bad. It doesn't feel like I'm fighting for my life because I'm just playing for control and I'm just playing like this pretty solid game, even if I'm making plenty of mistakes that I think I could be doing a lot better. Like, I really could be doing a lot better, but, you know, it doesn't take that much to win.